Hey guys, I recently uploaded a video called Challenger Player Explains Why Everyone's Quitting League of Legends, and it goes into the content drought and some of the problems with modern League of Legends design, including things like mythic items, and just general lack of content from Riot's end for the last few years. So I wanted to go into this video that just dropped 50 minutes ago from Riot called Preseason and Rank Changes, where they're finally going into the hopefully lot of new content that is coming out in season 2024, and I'm going to be reacting to it, so let's get right into it.
Start, we want to talk about an update to how we approach ranked each year in League of Legends. We're going to be moving to 3 ranked resets per year.
Interesting.
And we want to explain these changes a bit before we hand things over to our game director, Pew Liu.
So we're currently at 2 ranked splits, and they want to change it to 3. I'm curious how that'll work with preseason and everything.
We'll talk a bit more about what that entails.
League's had a year-long ranked structure since the early days. Some of the details have changed a bit over time, but the core's been pretty consistent. Ranked kicks off in January, and then runs until just after Worlds in November.
Okay.
At which point we jump to preseason, we experiment with some gameplay changes. Now, there's a lot we think works well about that. There's a great kickoff to the season moment, there's a clear endpoint, game and esport have some nice synergy with each other, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's currently pretty okay, even with the 2 split. It is a little bit annoying to have to do placements again, and then you have like the early season games where everyone's kind of clumped up at the same MMR, and it can lead to some really low quality games for like that period of time, whereas what used to happen was in the middle of the year you'd still tend to have pretty high quality games, but maybe a lower player population because people just weren't playing as much. I do think that the 2 ranked split system did really help with the lower player population because it just gives people more of an incentive to climb again and thus keep playing ranked. So I'm curious how 3 will affect that.
But at this point, we're also seeing some opportunity for improvement. One long, gradual climb over 10 months can feel like a real grind.
It can,
a long
yeah.
gap until a fresh climb.
Yeah.
There's that down period at the end of the year where often a lot of people will want to play ranked and can't. And sometimes it's just a long time until we've got the next window for larger changes to Summoner's Rift gameplay. It's also often unclear when the next event or larger update to League is going to be.
Yeah.
Now, this year you will have noticed we tried out a faster ranked climb and a mid-year ranked reset. We think that went well overall, and that there's opportunity to create more moments for gameplay changes that can tie in with other things going on in the League ecosystem.
Yeah, I agree. They had a somewhat large patch a while back, so I mean, it's and then last year but the thing is, last year without the ranked split reset mid-season, they did the durability update. So I mean, interesting that they want to do larger patches with ranked resets, though. I'm kind of excited about that tentatively.
So, with all that set up, here's Pooh to talk through some more information on these changes.
Hey everyone, I'm Pew, aka Pew Lasers, and today I'm going to take you through some of the upcoming changes we're making to preseason and ranked splits in League of Legends.
Okay.
As mentioned, we're moving into a 3 ranked split per year structure with resets between each one. This should hopefully result in more impactful games and a faster climb for each split, and it also means you'll have the opportunity to earn 3 ranked skins each year.
That's cool.
Part of the change to this model is taking a look at preseason. Past preseasons have gone onto PBE in early October, giving players a lot of time to explore and learn the gameplay changes that will be featured for the coming year. The flip side is that by the time the new season starts, the gameplay changes no longer feel new.
I agree.
In other words, the time in which players are most excited to play with the new changes and the time in which players are allowed to and excited to start their rank climb were not aligned with each other.
Yeah,
so
he has
this
a
year,
point.
and in each year moving forward, we're planning to have preseason hit PBE in mid-November with an official release in January of 2024 on the same path.
So it won't be live until January, but it will be on PBE in mid-November, whereas before it would be on PBE in like September or October and then go live in November. So they're going to have a 3rd split for the fall and winter? Interesting.
On the same patch that ranked in esports play begins. The current rank split will stay live through November and December of this year, giving players more time to get to their desired rank. Now, this is a new...
So they basically just announced that the current split is going to get extended by 2 extra months. Interesting.
Approach and does carry some risks, so we're going to have to be really on top of it in terms of the balance and the meta at the start of each split. We think the trade-offs are really worth it, and we're excited to start 2024 off with a bang.
I honestly think this will be a good change. I don't really like the idea of doing placements 3 times a year, but you have to think about the trade-offs, right? Like, so what are the negatives? The negatives are, okay, we have super like mixed MMR games and have to do placements 3 times a year. The trade-off is once that is out of the way and you're done grinding through the slog of placements and grinding through the slog of early season where you're paired with like people who are way too low or way too high rank than you would normally play with, which leads to lower quality games. Once you're done with that, the trade-off is that you have a higher player population, more engagement, and the Riot themselves have more of an incentive as well to stay on top of balance, because hey, if there's more people playing, there's more people giving balance feedback, there's more people that they have to like listen to in order to get things done, right? Because if there's just not a lot of people playing ranked, there's not a lot of people like giving them data to work with. If you only have just one big long split like we used to have, then I can see how it can lead to definite stagnation, where they're not really able to, or even wanting to change that much. But I think with this, with having 3 rank splits, assuming that they do what they're saying here and they stay on top of it, I think it should be overall a good change. Honestly, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be good. There are negatives, but I think there's a lot of positives as well. So
if you'd like to learn more,
excited.
We've got a dev blog on this topic that's live now.
Give it a thumbs up.
In terms of what's in preseason,
we
have a lot of
preseason content. Okay, all right.
Changes that we're working on. We're looking at terrain adjustments to parts of Summoner's Rift, changes to map objectives.
Wait, terrain objectives? Does that mean they're going to change, like, jungle terrain or top lane, maybe? Changes to map objectives? Okay.
Changes to map objectives.
Dragon Baron.
And significant modifications to the item system, some of which I'd love to share with you today.
Whoa. Whoa, item system. This is a huge part of my problem with current League of Legends. I really don't like Mythics. Like, I think they stifle creativity, and I think that so many champions just don't have good Mythics to use. So I'm curious what they say here.
Of which I'd love to share with you today. Earlier this year, we said that we weren't really happy with how Mythic items landed, and that we were open to removing the system entirely if the changes implemented didn't bring us closer to where we wanted it to be. And well, they didn't. So starting in January of 24, Mythic items will be removed from League of Legends. Trying to serve the needs of a bunch of different champions in a class.
No! Yes! No way! They're getting rid of them! Wait, what? They're actually doing it? Yes! Mythics, I hate them so much! Are they really getting rid of them?
Starting in January of 24, Mythic items will be removed from League of Legends.
Yes!
Trying to serve the needs of a bunch of different champions in a class with a few Mythic items has proven to be really challenging.
What?
And while it works pretty well for about half the roster, the other half is left with items that don't feel really right for them or have their creativity.
Exactly. Thank you. It's like they literally they watched my video. This is a point that I made over and over, is that yeah, some champions have mythics that are great, but a lot of champions, sorry, I messed up my hair. A lot of champions just don't, right? And for them to give those champions mythics that they would need, they'd have to add so many more mythics, which just takes away space from the rest of the items. And it's like, man, yes, they're getting rid of them. Yes, dude, I'm so excited.
Item tier will be removed. We will be adjusting current mythic items.
Oh, let me rewind a bit.
While the mythic item tier will be removed, we will be adjusting current mythic items that players really like to be exciting options rather than prescriptive centric.
That's fair, because I'm not. There are good designs in the mythic system, but it's like it's just too restrictive. So like a good thing would be to just get rid of the mythic the mythic tier and then keep the good ones and make them into items that you can just buy normally. I think that's a great option.
That means you can go back to buying Infinity Edge with Infinity Force if you like. You can learn more about other item changes and everything else we're cooking for preseason when we do the full reveal coming soon. TM.
Yes, man, yes!
I know a lot of you have been waiting for some news.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I could scream right now, but I'm not going to. This is... Oh, you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea how much, like, the mythic item system, well, you probably do, actually, has just, like, killed League of Legends enjoyment for, like, more creative players like me who enjoy experimenting and doing different things, and really, like, tweaking their builds and trying to be unpredictable in their itemization. Like, man, that was like, such a huge... part of the enjoyment that I got out of this game. Like, I'm that guy who was, like, playing, like, Shrelia's Dead Man Singe to get the Challenger back in Season 8, you know what I mean? Like, it was... Oh, dude, I'm so excited, man. I'm so happy, dude.
We're really excited about the response to Arena.
Oh my god.
Opportunity to make it even better again.
Okay, Arena.
Arena's debut run will end with the Soul Fighter event, as previously discussed. But that's so we can take it down, make a bunch of upgrades to it.
I really liked Arena personally. Whenever it released, it was very unbalanced, but as they balanced it and it got better and better, I think it's very good right now.
The team is already underway on that work.
They're already working on upgrades to Arena. I'm excited about that. That's awesome.
And the next version of Arena will drop in early December.
All right, let's go.
Exactly what will be in that update, but we're looking at things like adding a lot more augments to give
Bright Moon the goat.
Variety. Improved champion vibe.
Yeah, big shout out to Brightmoon. He listens to all of my crap that I DM him all the time about. And he's very, very open and attentive. Big shout out to Brightmoon. Love you, Brightmoon.
Ability, so you can have a good time bringing a larger champion viability, so you can have a good time bringing a larger variety of your favorite champions.
Maybe mages will finally be playable in Arena.
Map adjustments and ways of playing with more than just one friend.
So on the
3-man Arena?
While we're taking Arena behind the scenes for some updates, we do have another game mode that is finally giving us time to shine again.
Nexus Blitz. Give me Nexus Blitz.
Blitz
Yes!
Coming back in late October for a 5-week run.
I love Nexus Blitz. It's so good. I love Nexus Blitz because sometimes I want to be able to use like the skills that you learn normally in League of Legends without playing a whole entire game, without playing ARAM, right? Like, you know what, ARAM is like too random, and sometimes League can just be a little bit too long. I feel like Nexus Blitz is such a nice middle ground where you have laning, you have team fighting, you have objective fighting, like you have split pushing, you have grouping, like you have everything, like, but it's just so short and condensed, and it's so like, I love Nexus Blitz. I play it all the time whenever it's out.
Now we know this has been a long time coming, especially because we promised you'd see Nexus Blitz in 2022, and we did not deliver on that.
I was excited,
Now,
man.
the game plays as you remember it, though with a few tweaks to account for changes since its last appearance, like the updated jungle items.
On a different note, as we mentioned in a previous dev update, we're still also working on improving bot AI to both enhance the new player experience and also make playing against bots feel more like a real game.
Sometimes, so this is something that Dota does really well. Sometimes just to de-stress, like I will just hop into a game of Dota 2 and just play against bots and put them on the hardest difficulty. Dota 2 has an option where you can play against bots that are simulated to be like pro players, and they'll do things that make maneuvers. They'll work together in ways that you would see a team playing at the equivalent of Dota Worlds, which is called the International, that you would see people doing on stage, right? It's really cool to play against those bots. I think it's really fun.
We'll be having our first player-facing technical test of the new bots on PBE sometime next month.
Okay, cool.
We're currently focusing our bot work on helping new players learn the game. So these bots are deliberately intra-level at the moment. We expect most of you to crush them easily, but we'd still love your feedback on how they look and feel.
Cool.
And check out the dev blog that just went live today for more info on how to do that.
Very cool.
That's nearly it for us from today.
Okay.
Next time we talk to you, we'll cover new champions and champion updates, including Skarner, who's still on track for a release early next year. Before then, though, you'll also see Jax's visual and audio update, which should be revealed
Jax champion gets 2 reworks in a year, bruh.
sometime mid to late September.
And if you
Must be nice to be a Jax player, huh?
want more details, don't forget to check out the dev blogs on the rank changes and ongoing bot AI development. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes, I'm so happy. Wait, what did he say at the end?
Thank you all.
Dude, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. They're getting rid of Mythics. They're bringing back my boy Nexus Blitz. They're making Arena even better than it already is. Like, this is so good. Like, this is like on the level of stuff that we haven't had in years. I'm so happy about this. I'm so positive. Like, I'm so excited about the future right now. Like, this is how it used to feel every single year whenever you're waiting for preseason. Like, because we used to get so much content dropped in League of Legends, but in season 12 and season 13 we like haven't really gotten anything. The last big content drop we got was preseason 11, which was mythic items, and those obviously didn't even do that great. So we got new content, but it was kind of garbage. And then 12 and 13 we just really didn't get anything notable. Like, if you ask me what was different between season 12 and 13, I would tell you durability up. Like, I don't even know what they did. I don't even remember what they did with preseason this year. It just feels like nothing really. So, man, I'm so happy. This is gonna be awesome. Like, big content drop, new game modes, like ranked refresh, dude. I'm so excited. Like, this is exactly what we need. Man, thank you, Riot. Honestly, like I'm really harsh on you guys at Riot, and I give you lots of criticism, but I honestly, like, this really feels like they listen to like criticism, they listen to feedback. It almost feels like they literally watched my video. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Like, thank you, Riot. Thank you so much. I'm so happy about this. Yeah, season 14 waiting room. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm happy.